Have you ever purchased a record and found that it has more than one disc? Or in the more streaming era, listened to an album on Spotify and found that it has an extended amount of songs? Well, these are called a double or triple album. And we never saw this in popular music until the year 1966 when Bob Dylan would change music forever. Today I'm going to be sharing the story of the first double album in the history of popular music. Before this album, we would see compilations and other sorts of things that compiled the two discs, but never a coherent album that was a double album. The story of this album really begins with his previous album, Highway 61 Revisited, and somewhat his album before that, Bringing It All Back Home. But the last album, Dylan went fully electric and made a whole album out of electric instruments. And continuing the trilogy of electric albums, he made Blonde on Blonde next. Blonde on Blonde was mostly recorded in Nashville. One song was recorded in New York, and that was Sooner or Later. Um, and there were four singles that were released with this album. The one I'm showing here is I Want You, and this was the last one released right before the album came out. So the reason this album actually ended up being a double album was just the pure amount of songs that Dylan had at the time. He was bursting at the seams with creativity, for an assortment of reasons. This album features some of Dylan's greatest songs like Rainy Day Woman, Visions of Joanna, Stuck Inside a Mobile with the Memphis Blues Again, Just Like a Woman, and the closing 11-minute track, which was a gift to his newly married wife, Sad-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands. A fun little fact about this album is there's a woman on the gatefold who's named Claudia Cardinal, an actress from the 60s, and her photo was used on the gatefold without her permission, so she ordered it to be removed from all further issues of the album in which her photo does not appear on it. This album was a very big trailblazer and influenced the likes of many great double albums that would come after it, like the three I have here, from Donovan, Derek and the Dominoes, and the Beatles, of course. Overall, this album would help bolster Bob Dylan's reputation as one of the greatest artists of all time. And just after this album, he would actually get in a motorcycle crash. Here's one of the last images of him before the motorcycle crash. He survived, but his life and music would take a different direction. Yeah, I hope you learned something from this video today. Thanks for listening.